Alright, welcome back to Figures Not Toys. Ah, dang it, the camera. Alright, welcome back to Figures Not Toys, where we review figures, not toys. Alright, I'm gonna make this quick. Yes, this is a opinion that may or may not be controversial. This game was a disappointment. And failed to live up to this game, which is, like, way older. So, let's talk about this. Why is this game awesome? It's simplistic. It has humor. Character customization. That's a big one that this doesn't have. So yeah, let me talk about this. Why this was a disappointment. The first thing, this is going to be something that most people are probably going to actually relate to. This is going to be a more wide opinion, but if you got the deluxe edition, yeah, guess what? Your deluxe edition, which was going to have the DLC character packs, yeah, sorry about that. Here's the Galactic edition with the new stuff. Like, yeah, gee, thanks. Yeah, we spent $10 extra on your game, guys. Maybe we deserve some of that, too. Yeah, at least the steelbook's cool. It's not even cold. This thing's, like, warm. Come on. It's carbonite. It's supposed to be cold. Okay, now, on to more about this. Yeah. The delays. This game, like, holy cow, guys. It took them a while to make this. It was announced back in 2019, released in 2022. Wow. It should have come out October 10th, 2020 is what I believe the original date was. Okay. Now, this is going to be kind of an unedited video. I'm not good at editing. One day I will be. PS4 Pro Enhanced, yeah, I made some kind of rant about the PS4 a while back. Just, what is this? There's no character customization in it. A lot of the levels are walking simulators. And the case, I mean, that's cool, but why? Like, I mean, I get it. But, there's a lot to talk about. Boss fights in this game. Yes, while the boss fights were simple, and you could cheese a lot of them in free play mode by doing a double jump slam, you could just, like, get instant hearts in, like hearts taken out. Yeah, that was cool. This is button mashing. There are changes to boss battles in this. There are some variations in the boss battles, like fighting against Anakin or Obi-Wan in the final level of Episode 3. Darth Maul. Like, there were different ways you fought the bosses. Like, one, you would have to, like, kind of work with them to survive Mustafar or attack bad guys in this way. Like, yeah, that made sense. Like, there was different fights. Like, Dooku, yeah, he would electrocute you and you'd have to switch to your player. Yeah, that makes sense. Grievous was like, he would like jump to different places and you have to use a clone to shoot this. Fights in the Skywalker saga are literally button mashing. And not even good. Like, because if you fail the button mashes, there's, like, no consequences. They made the game, they're trying to make the game too easy. And that's literally all the fights are going up to an enemy and button mashing them. I'm saying a lot. And then they just made this like a third-person shooter. Like, if we look in the back here, you can see Finn right here shooting this Sith Trooper guy. Like, they added a whole aiming system and stuff, like, and a skill tree. And why does there need to be a skill tree in a Lego Star Wars game? That's the answer. The answer is there doesn't need to be one. Yeah, the lack of character customization is extremely disappointing. And like all the content that was supposed to be at launch wasn't at launch. I remember the Venator wasn't available at launch. They like added that like a month later. It wasn't even a DLC, it was like some update. And just this also was made at a very cheap price, I feel like. Because this came out on the Switch. Now the Switch's processing power is less than the PS4, but if you're playing on a system from 2013 as opposed from something from 2017, one's going to function better because of age. And my PS4 that I did play this on, God rest its soul, it's some hobo probably has it now. GameStop. We sold it to GameStop, and GameStop sold it to someone. Yeah, we'd have to open Windows, not the application, actual Windows in our house because the fans were so loud. So the best thing that came out of this game is I got a PS5. But like, why was this made like for the sole purpose of being on Switch? Like, instead of making like a watered down version of it for the Switch, they made it for the Switch and it be on everything else. Because like buildings have these glowing yellow doors that you walk through, and it's so they don't render stuff in there. But like, couldn't the PS5 version like have rendered interiors, considering like some of the interiors are literally just a couple boxes and a person? Like, you're telling me the PS5 can't run that? And just the load times between small space areas, they just didn't optimize the game for better systems. They just made it for a worse system. Now, I'm not saying the Switch is horrible. The Switch has some great games on it. But they just didn't finish that. They could have done cooler stuff with that. And the lack of character customization. So, to like wrap it all up, this game had a lack of character customization, suffered from overcomplications with like skill trees and stuff, like pretty bland levels, like some are just walking to a location, and just not optimized enough. Like, you could have optimized so much, but there's so many loading screens in it. Holy cow. And like, looking back, I was like, this is going to be the complete saga with episodes 7 through 9 in it and some cool graphics. No, pretty much not. It's a different game entirely with just sort of an open world, but you can't even fly spaceships in the open world. You have to fly them in space. Which, I mean, I know they're called spaceships, but like, they fly TIE fighters in the atmosphere in Force Awakens. There are so much that could be done with this that they didn't take advantage of, which is why I want to see a modern remake of Complete Saga. Alright, thanks for watching me rant about this. Wow. I ranted about a Lego game for 10 minutes. That's something you don't see every day. I thought I stopped the camera.